Hello, it's VEDA day 27, and we are supposed to do something that is out of the norm, out of the ordinary, but since we can't really come up with anything, we just decided to tell you a couple jokes.
So, why did the chicken cross the road?
I have no idea why the chicken crossed the road.
To get to the dork's house.
Huh, interesting.
Dork. You heard me say dork, right?
Right.
Dork knock? Okay.
Dork's house.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Ha 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 ha. So anyways,
You have a
there's...
joke?
Yeah, I was just about to tell it.
Okay, go ahead.
So anyways, there's this guy that he's going to go to the prom, and he gets this really, really beautiful girl from school to go to the prom with him. And so he is super excited, and so he starts thinking, well, I can't take her in my car the way it is because it's all dirty with old McDonald's half-eaten hamburgers and fries all over the place and under
How
the
did this
seat.
guy get this girl to take him to the prom if he was such a slob?
Who knows? And just because they're beautiful doesn't mean that they're discriminating, I guess. Anyways, so he goes to the car wash, and he gets there, and there's this huge line of cars waiting to get their cars washed there also, and he's just sitting there, and he reads a couple books, he listens to podcasts, and finally gets his car up to the wash, and he washes his car, and it's spick and span. So then he's like, well, I need to go get a tuxedo. So then he goes to the tuxedo place, and he gets fitted for it, and the day that he's going to go pick it up, he gets to the store, and there's like 50 people out there waiting to get their tuxedos. So he's like, oh my word. And so he's waiting and waiting and waiting.
You have to wait in line how long?
About a couple hours. And finally gets up to the counter, picks up his tuxedo, and then decides that he needs to go to the flower shop. Well, all the people that were waiting at the tuxedo place decided to go get flowers. So he's waiting there forever, like hours on end, trying to get his flowers. And then finally gets his flowers, and then the day of the prom is here. He goes to pick up the girl, and he is waiting and waiting and waiting downstairs, and it's getting uncomfortable, and there's all the small talk with the dad, and she's just like, I'm gonna be down in a second, and he's like, oh my word, she's taking forever.
He doesn't care.
Yes, he does. If you have to have small talk with her dad, then you definitely care. Finally she comes down, and the pictures and all that jazz, they get in the car, the clean car, and they make it to the prom, and there's this huge line to get in to the gymnasium.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they wait forever, and they finally make it in, and he's in there, and he's like, ah. And so they dance a dance. They dance a dance, and then they start walking back to sit down, and she's like, I'm kind of thirsty. Would you mind going to go get me something to drink? And so he makes his way to the punch bowl, and